Hey THL, it's Mattatarms, host of the THL podcast, possibly one of the best THL Power Rankings podcasts on the internet. I'm also captain of the two Anoyo teams and Detroit versus everybody in Wild. Just wanted to create a short video for new players and new captains on how to contact your opponent for the week and how to submit classes for deck list as well as bans in Pro and Wild series. And we'll finally cover the result submission process after you win your match. Once you get into the rhythm of this process, it's fairly straightforward. So how to get in touch with your opponent? The way the THL board recommends is email as your first option. It just adds a little bit of traceability to any issues that might come up. There's two ways to do this. First, go to the THL homepage, which is shown right here. Select your division, select your series. I'm going to go ahead and pick Legacy. My team is in the Gold division in Legacy. And it's the Team Anoyo team. There's me, Mattatarms. I'm playing Medusas this week. So what I can do is I just click on Medusa's name there. It'll open up a window in my email browser of choice, and I can go ahead and submit the email or send them an email. Make sure to include your days and times you are available. Also, what time zone you're in, just to ease some of the confusion and make it a little easier for you and your opponent to schedule times. The other way is the players page. If you go up here in the top, if you go to Series Legacy Players, it will ask you for a password. The password is Legends in lowercase. Once you get in here, you can scroll down to find your opponent. Medusas. There's their email. There's the battle tag, which I can send them a friend request in BNet. And once I get the email sent, we can schedule a time. It's pretty straightforward. So now I've scheduled a time with my opponent. It's Wednesday evening. I need to submit my classes. You need to make sure you submit your classes by Wednesday every week unless you want to play the same thing as you did last week. Unless you're watching this in week 1, then please submit your classes or you get DQ'd. So to submit classes, there's two different ways to do it. One is, this first way is for Legacy and Hero Series only. Go to Series, go to Legacy Series, Forms, Class Submission. Enter your email address, pick your name from the list, and go ahead and pick your classes. I picked Demon Hunter, Priest, Warrior, Warlock. If I want to be streamed, I can enter my availability right here. Once you get it nailed down with your opponent, and hit submit, and it'll go through in about 5 to 10 minutes. Same thing works for Hero, same form. For Pro and Wild, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to pick the Wild Series since I'm not in Pro. What I'm going to do is hit Forms, Deck Submission. I'll leave this page for now. Make sure you submit before you leave a page if you want to actually submit. So same thing, I can enter my email address, pick my name from the list. Go ahead and Mattatarms. I'm bringing Demon Hunter, Mage, Paladin, and Warlock. Here is the HS Deck Viewer link. I'm going to go ahead and go to HS Deck Viewer, enter my 4 deck codes, copy the link on the top, the full link, and paste it in here. Once that's in, I hit submit. It's going to make sure you use the full HS Deck Viewer link. If you use a short link, it tends to break later in the week. Hit submit. What's going to happen in 5 to 10 minutes? So if I go to Wild Series, my team is in brown. You'll see, if your opponent has not submitted yet, you'll see like a question marks hiding your classes. If your opponent has submitted, you will see your classes along with their classes. You can click on the link for their classes, and you can see what your opponent brought or what one of your teammates brought if you wanted to really see what they were doing or if you didn't already know. So once you know what their decks are, you can choose your bans. You go to Series, Wild Series, or Pro Series, Forms, Ban Submission. It'll load up the ban page. You can enter your email address, enter my username, and go ahead and pick my ban. For me, it's most likely going to be Mage because it's Wild. If I want to be streamed, if we've already decided on it, go ahead and enter the information there. All right. And that's it for that. For Legacy and Hero, the ban process is a little bit different. Go ahead and watch the video. That's probably linked in the description. I'm going to trust Saku to do that for me. To do the ban submission for Legacy and Hero. So assuming you won your match. It's basically the same form for Legacy, Hero, Pro, and Wild. For Legacy, let's go ahead and take a look at that form. What you're going to do is go to Series, Legacy Series, Form, and Results. Go ahead and leave this page again. So, like I said, only the winner should fill this out. Make sure that you've won your match before you fill out the form. And if you haven't filled out the form and won the match, please, or you haven't seen it submitted, let somebody know. So who are you? You go ahead and pick your name from the list. There I am. This is asking you which games you won of the 5-game series. If you swept your opponent, you obviously pick 1, 2, and 3. If you reverse swept, you pick 3, 4, and 5. If you alternated games, you 1, 3, 5. It's pretty self-explanatory. For Legacy and Hero, there's a band. Here's where you enter your band information. So say I banned Demon Hunter and my opponent banned Hunter. There we go. So that's pretty straightforward. So this is where you enter the information for each individual game. Like you probably already told that you won 1, 3, and 5. So this is be your winning deck for game 1, the opponent's losing deck. The winning deck is always on the top. So that's what trips people up a little bit sometimes, where the winning deck is always on the top. So this would be so for me, if I lost game 2, this will be my opponent deck they played. This will be the deck I played. I won game 3. This will be the deck I played. This will be the opponent my opponent played, etc., all the way down. And hit submit. 5 to 10 minutes, it'll show up in the form. You'll get results. It'll look beautiful. You'll earn some points for your team, hopefully, if you are filling this form out. So, and that's it. That's pretty much the process. If you have any questions, please ping anyone in Discord. We're more than willing to help anyone out. Also, if you are in the middle of a match and have an issue, there is, in the Rules tab, I'll go ahead back there so you can see it again. I went there fast. There's the official TH rules. If you have an issue during the match, go ahead and click this and kind of find your situation. If you have a current opponent I tied, opponent was late, banned the class I did not bring, queued an invalid deck, etc., etc. This is a very helpful tool. Otherwise, you can also go on Discord and ping any of the mods or any of the board, and they can help you through this as well. So yeah, this is an important list. Like I said, let me go ahead and show you where this is again. If you go to Rules, In-Match Issue FAQ, this is really critical and very important. Like I said, if you have any questions, let anyone know. Thanks for listening, and have fun, THL.